it's great to not increase the tax rate, but there's got to be some balance.
So in fairness, the council doesn't have anything to do with the appraisal.
Exactly.
But they can set the rate.
You bet.
So what is your position that the council needs to be doing?
Council has got to live within a balanced budget. The council has got to hold the line on new expenditures, but yet we've got to have that level of service that the taxpayers are expecting. I've been asked by several people, if I vote for you, are you going to lower my taxes? And my standard response to that question is, and I stand by it, my response is, I'm in the same boat that you are. My taxes are outrageous. I'm not telling you anything different than I've told anyone else. I'm not revealing any personal information that's ridiculous. You can go to the courthouse and find out for yourself. Between my business and my home, we spent $35,000 last year in property taxes. And in reference to that, to those people that asked me that question, I answer it with a question. What services are you willing to do without if you want your taxes reduced, the tax rate reduced? I'm not willing to do with reduced fire protection or reduced police protection. My home is valuable to me just like everyone else's. So we've got to do the best job that can be done in holding the line on expenses and spending our dollars wisely.
Talk a little bit about the Civic Center, as far as your opinion. Do we need one? If so, how should we pay for it? Should the city be involved in helping fund it?
I think the Civic Center is a great opportunity for us. I think there's a need for it. And I'll use my own personal experience in my professional organization. The Texas Funeral Directors Association is a great organization, but we've, typically speaking, each year when we have our state convention, it only draws about 1,200 people. So Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, they have no desire to court the association or even talk to the association. It's too small. I think there's a great need for smaller venues, and of course Kerrville is a place that a lot of people like to visit, and a great destination. So I think there's a lot of opportunities there. I think the convention center is headed in the right direction. There's been a lot of man hours, a lot of volunteer man hours put into this program, and I look forward to seeing the next step. As I've told several people that ask if I was in favor of raising the tax rate in order to pay for it, no one's convinced me of that yet. I think there's ways for it to pay for itself, but there's also there's a lot of benefit that will come back to the city in revenues along the way.
As you look at some of the things that have been on the current council's agenda the past couple of years, as you've read the newspaper, stayed abreast of city government and things going on, is there anything that you watched and wish that you could have been on the council at that point and done differently? Any issues, any action items?
Nothing really stands out in my mind. I think we've had a good group of people that have put forth a lot of good effort. They've made decisions based on information that they had. Maybe we all don't agree with every decision, but as I've mentioned to several people, you're never gonna satisfy 100% of the population. So there's always going to be a difference of opinion. But as a council member, you've got to not only be a delegate, but you've got to be a trustee. The delegate has got to listen to the voters. The trustee has got to be a prudent person to take the information and include the thoughts and ideas of the voters, and incorporate that with their own experience and ideas, and come up with the best decision possible for the issues at hand.
Some people have suggested that council members need to be more involved in the day-to-day operations of the city. Do you think that's true? Do you think that the role of the council should remain limited?
I think the role of the council should remain limited. if you're going to have council members that are involved in the day-to-day operation, it needs to be a salaried, full-time paid position. At that point, why do we need a city manager? I think council is there to set policy. Administration needs to carry out policy at the council's direction, and if administration doesn't carry out policy at the council's direction, then it's time to sit back and take a look at the why. But no, I don't think the council can get in, get their feet wet and hands-on operation daily, and it be an effective organization.
When you go out and visit people, of course, they're saying lower my taxes, but what other issues are they wanting to be addressed by city?
Infrastructure, our streets, and I'll use, I think it's Hill Country Drive over on the south side of town as an example. That is it's a majorly traveled street going to the hospital. That street's been brought up numerous times to me. We've got to preserve our infrastructure and maintain it, but yet it costs money. Those things don't come free. So we've got to make those prudent decisions based on the available funds and move forward. But we can't let the infrastructure just crumble around us. And I think a lot of the taxpayers have a certain degree of feeling of that. That there's no maintaining that infrastructure. Of course, what a lot of people don't realize is the unseen infrastructure, the sewer, the water. Those are things that have to be maintained as well. And you start having breaks in the water mains, and we're going to have some serious issues there. People are really going to start raising their eyebrows. So there's got to be an ongoing, regular maintenance to satisfy the desires.
I think you've probably answered all of the main questions we had. Is there anything else that you would like to add, or anything that we haven't asked you that you want to make sure that local residents know about you or your approach to city government?
No, I feel very fortunate to live in Kerrville. The opportunities that lie before us are really exciting, and I hope the voters give me the opportunity to be a part of that.